Lord forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack making backflip. Telly Hank with the action. With the vital speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews, how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby May. Just caught a touchdown from the bay.
Well, tonight, St. Louis police say a woman with no criminal history went from being a crime victim to a suspected killer.
Coming up in just a bit. Right now, we also got to get to breaking news from overnight. A lot happening while you were sleeping. News 4 here on the scene of a triple shooting in North St. Louis. And as you see, investigators out there looking for evidence at this gas station near Riverview and North Broadway. We know at this point 2 people died in the shooting, which happened about 10:30 last night. The third victim was taken to the hospital. We want you to know that our newsroom is working right now to get an update on that individual's condition today. Well,
challenge young teens to steal certain kinds of Kia and Hyundai models. And it comes at a time when city officials all across the country say the number of those car thefts are surging. In St. Petersburg, Florida, police reported more than 1/3 of all car thefts there since the middle of July are linked to this TikTok challenge. In Los Angeles, officials say the viral trend has led to an 85% increase in car theft of Hyundais and Kias compared to last year. And in Chicago, law enforcement officials says thefts of certain models are up nearly 800% since July. With the details, here's CNBC's Andrea Day.
These are just some of the wild videos posted on TikTok. The cars stolen in just seconds, taken on joyrides, and left on the side of the road.
They practically flipped my into a trap house. They had a really great time in here.
The 35-year-old woman confronted a man who she believed stole her car Wednesday night. And now 2 people, including an innocent bystander, are dead. Our Christina Beyer spoke exclusively with that bystander's family. She tells us what happened.
Every murder victim has a story, and Joseph Farrar's was one of redemption cut short. Joseph Farrar spent most of his 49 years in and out of the penitentiary, battling drug addiction and the crime that comes with it, according to his sister Michelle Jackson. His last stint ended in October of 2021. He got a job, an apartment, and a car.
We told him that we were proud of him, and we see what you're doing. You look good, you sound good, you know, we're impressed with the way you're living your life now.
He set out Wednesday night to try to find some medicine for his 11-year-old son who had just been diagnosed with the flu. The grocery store was closed, so he came here to this gas station at North Broadway, hoping to find some and to fill up his tank.
That's when it happened. Somebody else's mess killed my brother.
At the same time, police say Demesha Coleman arrived at the gas station after following someone who stole her SUV. Court documents say Coleman and another man can be seen on surveillance video opening the door to the SUV with their guns drawn. A shootout ensued, leaving the 19-year-old man inside the car dead, along with Joseph Farrar. His body was found near a gas pump.
It means a lot that this didn't have anything to do with him.
Another man was found shot in the head at the far end of the gas station and was taken to the hospital. His condition remains unknown. Farrar's family says they forgive Coleman.
I'm not mad with her. I wish that she would have contacted the authorities, but I understand. And I'm just happy that my brother was able to be himself and be the man that he wanted to be.
Now, instead of planning for him to join them for Christmas, they're planning his funeral. Demesha Coleman is now facing 6 charges, including 2 counts of first-degree murder. A judge has ordered she be held without bail. Police urge anyone who is the victim of a crime to call them and not take matters into their own hands. Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
Y'all taking these TikTok challenges a little too far. Should got Popalot. What up, though? We just pulled in Missouri with it. The show me steak. Play around and you damn sure gonna see it. Y'all meet us in Spanish late. Now, in this viral age that we living in, more and more we're seeing trends go from one city and travel to another city. And before you know it, that trend is nationwide. It's way easy to blame the internet, but with people being more impressionable than they ever been in the history of mankind, because to me, it's way more deeper than that. Because the internet is just another form of radio or another form of TV or cable TV. People always wanted to emulate or be like the people that they see on TV, which still goes on now, where people will see rappers wearing certain brands or certain kinds of chains or dressing in a certain style. They would try to emulate those styles. But that really goes back to, as far as I can remember, as depicted on the BMF show, you would see them try to emulate how guys like Run DMC would dress. I remember having a conversation with my aunt, and she would even tell me about when they was younger and they was watching Good Times just to see what Walona would wear type shit. And they was poor on TV, but my aunt was still looking to see what she had on. But with the recent rise of social media over the last 20 years, I would say it went from people trying to emulate pro athletes, actors, and musicians to regular people. And with that, as well as the emergence of social media apps, specifically TikTok, these trends turn to challenges, and sometimes they become deadly. And that's going to be the case with the female that we're covering today, 35-year-old Demesha Coleman, who will find herself facing a double murder charge over what I assume is probably the biggest craze or challenge to hit TikTok. Now, I first kind of remember coming across this last year around August when I was doing an episode on a guy by the name of Nelson Conley and a group called the Game Over Kids from Ohio. Now, since that time, the craze has really taken off and has gone nationwide, and I'm sure it's affected almost every big city. Just like the case of Nelson Conley, who was found murdered near a stolen car in Columbus. I even seen as far back as October of last year, where 4 teens from Buffalo was killed in a car crash attempting to do this Kia challenge. It's gotten so bad across the nation with the theft of certain Kias and Hyundais. Some people that own these model vehicles are seeing their insurance premiums skyrocket due to the likelihood that your car is at a higher risk to be broken in or even stolen. And with it being as easy as just having a USB cord that you're probably going to have just to charge your phone with, I don't see this trend slowing down none. Now, the saga with Demesha Coleman begins to unfold just days before Christmas in 2022. Authorities don't exactly say when, but at some point, her Hyundai Tucson would end up being stolen. But just like the technology age hurt Demesha Coleman, she would use it to help her when she would track the vehicle down to a local business in St. Louis called Speedy Gas that was located on North Broadway Street and Riverview Boulevard. Now, after placing her eyes on the vehicle, she would be seen on surveillance footage walking up to the Hyundai Tucson as it was parked, along with another male that St. Louis police has not yet publicly identified. The video shows both Demesha Coleman as well as the unknown man brandishing firearms. The surveillance video shows her opening up the passenger side door of the Tucson with her gun up, while on the other side of the car, the male would open up the driver's side door. And just as that driver's side door would open, I'm not sure if Demesha Coleman might have thought she seen a weapon or just might have been upset, maybe with the condition of her car. But she would begin to open fire on a 19-year-old by the name of Darius Jackson, who we believe that she assumed to be responsible for the theft of her vehicle. Now, in the process of shooting and killing Darius Jackson, she would also shoot and kill a 49-year-old by the name of Joseph Farrar, as well as shoot another innocent bystander in the head, placing them into critical condition. The shooting would occur on 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday, and by the close of business on Thursday, Demesha Coleman will find herself charged with the double murder of Darius Jackson and Joseph Farrar. Though she went a little too far, it was all in the name of defending her property. Now, me personally, in a case like this, I doubt she'll get a life sentence with certain defenses like temporary insanity. And even to me, the most tricky thing, is it first-degree murder or is it second-degree murder? Because did she intend on killing who was in that vehicle, or did she just get there and a situation just arose? And that essentially is the difference from you just doing a 10-piece to getting an elbow and have to do all day. But what's y'all take on the situation? Y'all think it's a done deal for her, or she'll walk the streets again? Or even better than that, has these challenges hit y'all city? Or are y'all the ones out there doing the challenges? Y'all make sure y'all hit the red subscribe button right under this video, the bell, so y'all know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. Y'all get in the comment box, y'all run it up. Definitely tell us about that time that your Kia or your Nissan was stolen. We trying to see some. And y'all get at me on Instagram, Twitter, POP_A_LOT. And I'm going to be back before you know it. Shit got Popalot. MOBB.